Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I want to show you how I make my tilapia fish. I have tilapia fish here with the bones in it, and I also have this colored greens. The colored greens have already been washed. I'm gonna cut them up, and the fish I'm gonna cut it in probably like in 4 or 5 pieces. Then I'm gonna fry it. If you're somebody who would like to eat fish, maybe your fish you make it a little different, but I want you to see how I make my fish. So now that I've cut up the fish, they're in these smaller pieces. I'm gonna fry them. I have put this cooking oil in the frying pan. Now once the cooking oil gets hot, I'm gonna put the fish in there. But before I put that, I need to sprinkle a little salt on the fish, just a little bit, because you don't want too much salt in your food. Just a little bit, just like this. Now the fish is ready to go now, once it gets hot. I also have this pot. This is for the part that I have over here for my collard greens. I put a little cooking oil in my collard greens. Okay, I'm gonna put a little cooking oil in the pot. Just not too much now. It's not like we're frying the vegetables. No, just a little bit. Put the onions in this pot. You let the onions cook a little bit. And while I'm waiting for that, I put my fish in the oil. You just have to be careful though. You don't want to burn yourself. Oh, I love the fish. Gotta be careful. Once you put the fish in there, you have to wait for the fish to brown before you can flip it over. The onions, these onions to the thing, they're ready now. I need to put the tomatoes that are already chopped up. Make sure you keep stirring those. You want them to be a little bit soft. You have to wait. With the collard greens, I put onions, tomatoes, and a little cooking oil, and the salt. I also keep stirring your tomatoes. You don't want the tomatoes to get burnt. I don't know if you can see, guys, but this is what it is. Let me see if you can see my tomatoes. They're right in there. You can see them. I'm trying to cook them. They have to be a little soft. If you want to quicken the process, this is what I do also. Okay, turn down the heat. Turn down the heat. Turn it down. And this is my fish. Right there, I'm deep frying it. You need to wait for the fish to brown a little before you can flip it over. Now my vegetables. Now it's time to put the vegetables in it. I have to wait for the vegetables though. Just a little, because the tomatoes are not ready yet. Now I'm gonna put my collard greens in this pot. What I do, I gonna put a little water in it. I put a little water in my collard greens, just a little. I don't want my collard greens to overcook. All right, once I put the vegetables in a pot, I put a little water. I put a little water in the vegetables, that way they can boil. You need to make sure you mix up the tomatoes and the onions with the vegetables. Mix it up. Don't forget to put the salt though. I haven't put the salt yet. So put the salt. And I put a little crushed pepper, which I haven't put it yet. Pepper. I put a little pepper in it. Let it cook. I have this crushed tomatoes right here. I open it up. I have crushed tomatoes that I put a little bit in my collard greens, and I use some for the fish. When I open the crushed tomatoes, I put in a container. So sometimes if I use all of it, then I don't have to put in a container. I use it all. But today, I had opened some earlier, and I put it in this container with my vegetables. Not too much, because I already have tomatoes in there. Not too much now. Let it cook. You got to cover it though. Make sure it's cooking. Keep an eye on it and it doesn't overcook. You gotta be careful when you fry the fish, because the cooking oil will be splashing all over. If you can wear glasses or goggles, I would advise you do that, because the cooking oil will be all over. You don't want to burn yourself. Now I need to check the vegetables. So I'm gonna check the vegetables. Be careful when flipping your fish over, because you don't want to get burned. Make sure your fish is brown before you flip it over. The reason why I wait for the fish to brown on one side, that way it doesn't get stuck in the frying pan. Put a little cooking oil, because the fish is already coming with. You will have this, because the fish is going to have oil already. So I put some onions. I gotta turn this thing on now. All right. That's oil in there. Man, the fish, no joke. It's oil all over now. Now I'm gonna, by the time I'm gonna be done with this, it's gonna be a whole lot of mess. Cooking oil everywhere. This is why I don't like. You see that, guys? That's what I'm talking about. Gotta be careful, man. You really don't want to get burned. Of course I could turn it down, but it's not gonna make that much difference though. Somebody's like, oh, why didn't you turn it down? I did, but all right. Almost done. See the fish? Brown now. So I'm going to take it out in a minute. Need to make sauce for the fish. Alright, there it is. See? All brown in a different pan. My fish is ready right there. Got onions in there. I need my onions to brown though. They need to brown. I'm gonna put my spices in there. Oh, I need a little oil. More oil, just a little bit more. I don't want my onions to burn, so I put a little bit of these spices here that I'm gonna use. I have Raja. It's Indian spice. You can find this kind of spice in Indian stores, Indian grocery stores, or maybe other Oriental stores. You could find this kind. So I put a little. Let's turn this thing down before it starts smoking in here. Alright, my onions almost got burned. Yeah, okay. Okay. I need to put. Okay. I got to put some spices in it. This spice, put some in there. Just enough. I have paprika. You probably know this one. So I'm gonna put some of this in it too. That's it. Alright, so I let it cook for a little bit. Now, I'm going to put my crushed tomatoes. I'm going to put, let's have how I did that. And the fish goes in there. I put my crushed tomatoes in there this time, but this was already open. Now the fish is gonna go in the sauce. This pan right here next to it. I'm gonna put, after I do that, I'm gonna get a little water. Then I put some water in it, because you need to have enough sauce if you want to eat with something else. Let's say maybe you want to eat with some rice, which I prefer to eat it with the rice. Okay, you let it boil for a while. I would say like 5-7 minutes. It depends on how it's gonna look at the end of 5 minutes or whatever. Don't let it burn. That's how it looks. And this is how the vegetables look after they are done. So when you're done making the fish and the collard greens, you can eat it with whatever you want. I prefer to eat my fish and the collard greens with the rice. As you can see, I have rice in the plate. The sauce that I made, I just put it on top of the rice, then I can eat it that way. You can have it for lunch or you can have it for dinner, whatever you prefer, whatever time you eat your meals. So there it is. It's good. Let me finish what I'm doing. That's it for today, guys. Until I see you next time in my next video, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Bye for now.